9:24 Eastern Time, 8:24 Central. Had a blow up day yesterday, so reset the account. So days after I blow up, I either blow up again or I have a crazy good day. So I tend to get more aggressive after my blow up days. So my goal today is to just be chill and hopefully just have a solid green day, at least $400 or $500 in the money. Ideas for the open so far, nothing really, just maybe more down momentum. As far as the economic calendar, we have, let's see, today's the 29th. There's actually initial claims and continuing claims for jobless coming out here in 6 minutes, 5 minutes. So that's going to impact the open a little bit. Wait a minute, no, it already came out. 8:30 Eastern means it came out at 7:30 Central, so that already came out. So there's nothing coming out for another hour, and then it'll be crude inventories at 11 Eastern. Looks like initial claims were higher than forecast, higher than prior. Continuing claims, no forecast, higher than prior though. So to me says bear. That's 04s. Okay. So you had 04s there. Let's see. Yeah, 04s, huh? It's gonna be an inside day bar. It's the high of the previous day here. 45. No, 20. 25. Okay. Hmm. 30-minute run from 45 to 04. So about 50 cents. Or, yeah, 50 cents. No, 50 points. What's that? Okay, we're down at 85s, right? I love buying 85s. I'm actually going to buy here. And we'll see if we can break under 80s. And the open's coming here in 3 minutes. So far, so good. If we go over 90, I'll get in another one. Okay, and then two. What's the bottom of this range? 80s. Yeah. Just get rid of one if we get under 85, and then the rest if we get under 80. I mean, 2 more points. That is like $40 more, I guess. 2.5 minutes till open. Not really going up here, but we're still in an upward trend. If we do continue to go up, I see the next stop being probably closer to 1100, so another 100 points. Really hard to tell where it's going to go. It's a little small grind up, so let's see where these nodes are. It's only shown me the volume and price when it's like a certain distance away. It doesn't show me anything bigger. Not looking so hot. Put the other stop under 80. Bring this down to roughly 5 points. Still over 85, but usually when it hovers around it like this, it means it's going to stab through. Oh, this is micros too. I just realized that. I need to switch this to the regular, the good stuff. Or we can just do micros today, that's fine. Still holding over 85s. Looking pretty good. 1 minute left till the open. 85s. Yeah, I can see it come down to 65 and bounce too. It'd be a nice area for a bounce. It's kind of painting a flag though, bull flag. So we'll hold on 35 seconds until the open. There, 25 seconds. Actually, contemplating getting into another one here. Actually, I said I wouldn't, so I won't. Remember yesterday I said I wouldn't get into more than 2 shares or 2 contracts. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't get into it. Look at that. Okay, market just opened. Got an 85 bounce, possibly. Okay, first take profit's gonna be at 1100. Ooh, am I gonna get stopped out for both? Let's see. Stopped out for both. Take this opportunity to switch that and switch that. That was what, 75s? 71s. I almost want to go short. Let's do it. We'll have an 86 stop. Get 86.50. I really want to add to this. Low 70s would be ideal. Okay, there was one. Cool. The other I'm going to leave for break even. Oh, a breakthrough 85 after bouncing off what? 65s. Oh man, to the T. Let's go long. We'll hold over 80s. Oh, huh. Stopped out for 135. Dang. It was a bounce off 90s. We came back down, bounced off 67s. Wow. Let's go long over 75s. It's the last one I'm trying. I should be getting short, it looks like. Whoa, I never was supposed to get this short. Okay, there we go. Back down to 1. Jeez, that was dumb. Can't believe I just got into 4. That was really dumb. That was scary. Getting into 4 like that was not a good idea. Definitely a emotional, impulsive entry, and then didn't even hold them. Would have been decently in the money now. Should have at least held 2. That was a 10-second hold. $400 in less than 10 seconds. Okay, so we're at 3. We're like 290 in the money. Coming down. Let's see if we can stay under 70s. Oh, we didn't get filled there. Damn. Let's try a trailing entry to the short side here. 63.75s for an entry. Oh, shit. Tough spot. I don't think it's going over 85s. Maybe wrong. Big hold I'm doing here. This is really dumb. This is really dumb. holding it this deep in the money, or out of the money. Now it's over 85s. Having some rookie mistakes today, for sure. 89s. I'm actually gonna get short now. If we get a new high, I guess I'll stop out of, I guess both. Fuck. Jeez. This was a terrible, terrible trade. Brought me back into the red by a lot. 436. My God. Yeah, I should have stopped. Alright, so basically one more trade and I'm done for the day. We're less than 5 minutes into the day off of the equity open. So that's way too many trades for the first 5 minutes. 12 trades in less than 5 minutes. Way too much. Let's try a short side. Nope. Okay, there we go. Add it to it, down at a terrible price. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Well, I'm trading terribly today. That was my one more trade, and it's bad. 783 down. It's alright, I might be able to make it back tomorrow, but yeah, so, okay. I need to train myself to be more patient. So I'm going to sit and watch the next 24 and a half minutes because I decided to overtrade again today. So this is my punishment. Basically no more trades for me. Um, yeah, no downside pushes. 783. Was up 3 there. For a little bit. Should have simply waited. 11s. Okay. Let's get short 8s. Ghost trade. Ghost trade short 8s right now. Stop is at 18. A 10-point stop is a 200-point trade. Or $200 trade. So shorted 8s. Shorted 8s. Would have been stopped out actually, so I'm glad I didn't do that. It actually feels good when I'm down like this and I decide to take a ghost trade instead of continuing to trade and the trade loses. That's how I know that at least I've got some self-control. So unfortunately today's going to be a minus $780 day. After being a almost $300 net day positive. So I really just had had a few trades that screwed me up. It's interesting that I was so quick to give it all back. I gave it all back in one trade. I went from positive to negative. I had like the one big loser. Yeah, this one. That was terrible. Just let it go against me. Just like really bad entry, and I held it for almost 30 points, which was shouldn't be thinking like that, you know, like, oh, all right, this is a safe. I was gonna say it's a safe entry, but if we down through, okay, let's just say we got short 25s there. Ghost trade of short of 25s, getting in at 838 even. 25s with a stop at 27s would have been hit already, so let's assume we're keeping a stop at say 35s, which is another $200. About 100 out of the money so far of heat. Back at break even at 25, slightly in the money, just dancing around break even. So, yeah, the big mistake I made was that I didn't get out. Just because this moved so quickly after I got in, I didn't get out, which I should have. I should typically just get stopped out of positions like this. But I didn't set it yet, and that always gets me in trouble. Very rarely do I have a situation where not setting the stop is somehow good for me. So, 25 short would have taken about 5 points of heat, but would be in the money around 6 points right now. So about a 1-to-1 risk reward. Trying to hold for a deeper downside push. Kind of really want to get into this as a real trade, but I don't want to have another blow up day, so I'll just wait. But yeah, this was bottom of the range entry, not a tight stop, super wide stop. I think I had two, right? Yeah, I did. I added to it too. So that was like a $700 loss right there. Just terrible trading. Glad I didn't get into that short. Look at that. That's a good spot to get long though. Every time it's in an uptrend, it bounces off 15s. Look at that, to the T. And now this will go, let's see, did it bounce off 85s at all? Not really. Maybe here. I don't know what the hell happened there. Okay. So today, let's see, bad thing is, didn't hit my stops, which is like a rookie mistake. Good thing is, I didn't hit the day stop. So at least, you know, my biggest green days are going to be bigger than my biggest red days. Okay, so I got up to 40, so that would have been terrible short at 25s. Would have lost more money. And that's what I was trying to do this whole time. Look at this. I was trying to get short, got burned. So after being short here, I tried getting short again, got burned. And then I had two ghost trades short over here, and then both of them got burned. The 50s is another great level for it to bounce off of. $47. I'm gonna enter this. If we don't see over 50, I'll get in. $44s. Oh my gosh, such a terrible price. Do 5150s. So this is about 6-point stop, 7-point stop. Me and my big no. It's 850. Oh my god. Almost 1,000. All right. Well, I obviously can't let this blow up again. 900 down. That's like two solid trades. If I could just get some. So I've been trying to get short this whole time, and I just took two ghost trades short. And they were both losers, and then I decided to put a real short on, which also lost. So I keep trying to call the top as if I know better. Man, we're not even 15 minutes off with the equity open. It's pretty ridiculous that in less than 15 trades I've managed to lose $900, 922. Nothing to be upset about, just the way it goes. Um, in terms of what I did wrong, clearly didn't set the stop, and also over trading for such a dry open. Had a rally, which was not what I was expecting. Let's see, where did we bounce off of down here? We bounced off of like 40s, 45s, 50s. So yeah, this would have been a great trade so far. Let's see if we get a little bounce off of 50s. Get up to 60s, which is a really odd number. The thing is, at 922, I don't have much room for anything really, so I can't really put on another trade unless it's a micro. So, which I don't want to do because I don't want to break my rules. Just keep it as is. Kind of boring. Time to hit the vape. it touches a 50. Well, I think we should review this, honestly. I mean, we should probably just watch this for another 15 though. So what's happening? Off of the open, we got basically a very tiny dump for 1 minute of about 50 points, and then a rally of about 100 points. Great rally. These are the movements that define good traders. So off of the open, we had a 100-point move. Largest move of the day so far. Nice big trend. Didn't have an inside hourly bar. We had an extension, which is fine, I guess. Unemployment numbers are worse, though, than expected, which is interesting. Similar thing, I think we're going to stab up, hit some kind of like the 1100 level. Problem is my ideas have been sucking pretty bad. Oh, 45s? 48s? Okay, I totally should have gotten short there, or long there. Let's practice some patience and focus because I keep getting distracted. So let's assume we just got in at 59s long with a stop under 50. Let's see, our stop is 53.75. 59 long to 53.75 stop. That's about a 5-point stop at $100. Okay, would have just been hit. Too tight of a stop. If it goes back over like 57.5, I'd get long again. Quite honestly, I should be getting long down here. All right, let's get long at the 55 level. So we just lost $100, hypothetically. Go long at the 55 level. We're going to stay long over 45. So that's a $200 risk with 1 mini. Already down $100. Back at break even. Really, you just want to be watching like something a little bit less excited because it's so jittery. I mean, you get used to it, but it's still just like different flavors of jitteriness. Man, I can't believe I let the green day get so red. That's crazy. I mean, it's happened before, but yeah, I mean, this is basically just me being too much of a cowboy and trying to turn things around and force the market, which I can't do. So that seems to be a big weakness of mine is my lack of grace when I'm trading. I will try to force money out of the market every day rather than kind of snipe it out of the market, unfortunately. So those are probably my biggest drawbacks. I'm actually going to notate this in the Trader journal while I'm waiting for the market to finish doing its thing. Hmm.
Futures are the.
Let's see. So we would have been short or long. I already forget. Well, we were looking for a long, right? Our stop would have been under 45s. So would have gotten close, but we would not have gotten stopped out. We would be in the money now by roughly 10 points, 5 points now. That was a 55 long with under 45 stop, right? So yeah, it would have worked out. Would have been great. Would have gotten close. Sometimes the ladder flashes, even though the chart doesn't show it. I'll be right back. Okay, it did. Well, looks like we would have, yeah, we would have only hit 75 before having to get out. So that would have been a modest trade. Probably would have gotten out for, I don't know, at least 10 points, 15 points. But, while I was away, I was thinking, so there's all these different possibilities for when you're in a trade. You could get stopped out, you could hit your target, and those should be the only two possibilities. It should never be like, oh, it got away from me and I didn't make, I lost way more than I wanted to lose. So I seem to have a lot of these kind of fat finger problems where I'm just like not entirely in control. So here's a good spot where I'd probably buy 50s. So let's assume I bought 53s just now with a stop under 50s. It's kind of going towards a low volume node, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to make it down there. Let's see. This would be a risk of like 60 bucks or something. Oh, would have just gotten stopped anyway. Jeez. Well, I'm not going to let the day blow up again, that's for sure. Down 922 though after being up on the day 271 net. So this is, I swear this like never happens. And then recently it's been happening again, like as far as kind of like degenerate losses, where a winning day turns into a losing day. I guess I know I'm risking the green day, but it's just so small that I'm like, it's fine. I'll just continue. It's almost like under 1,000 red is a very small red day, especially with minis. That's like a few bad trades. Okay, well, it's approaching 9 Central, so I'm gonna go ahead and export these trades. We can just start reviewing them. Let's see. Yeah, I noticed that too. My audio. Okay, maybe I can mess with it now. Let me turn my audio up a little, see if I can do it. Oh, there's a little slider here. Oh, it's up all the way. Hmm. Let's see. Default microphone is up all the way. Noise gate. Oh wait, noise gate. We'll mute any other audio. Noise suppression. Oh, I didn't do anything. That's funny. Just move the mic closer to my face. I think this would help. Let's see. Noise gate. I think that might help. Let's see. Testing. Testing. I think it is louder with the noise gate. So here's without the noise gate, and here's with the noise gate. No, it's the same. It looks exactly the same. Okay, no noise gate. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see. Okay, there's a gain. Nope. Parametric equalizer. What does that do? Let's see if that changed anything. Sounds. I can't hear myself, but I guess I'll hear it in the recording. All right, I'm going to leave the parametric equalizer on. I'm going to increase the gain right here. I don't know what that's doing actually. All right, whatever. I'll have to mess with this later. All right, I'll turn the parametric equalizer back off. Yeah, so terrible day for me. I mean, not terrible. I guess down 900. Shit happens, but I know my mistakes from today. Unfortunately, I keep making them. Best thing I can do is get up on time, so I'm not rushing myself. Wow, look at this. This is a great run. This was a bounce off of the 50 area. What was it? Was this it? The bounce off 55s. 55s, 85s, 50s in general are usually pretty big levels both ways. Yeah, just not feeling it today. Okay, let's export these trades. 15 trades down 922. So there's some days you just inverse trade me, and then that's it, you're golden. Okay, so we've got the trades exported here. Let me switch over to, oh, yeah, I was pulling up videos. Shouldn't this be, is this gonna follow? Oh, it is gonna follow. Whoa, okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna start a new journal because this is a new combine. And I'm gonna add some trades to it. Today, just barely didn't lose everything. Or didn't hit the day stop, I should say. Big fat red bar. And yeah, with fees, that's about right. Excuse me. All right, so let's attach some screenshots. Trying to get everything in this shot here. Boop, boop. So it was up. Looks like I was up, what? 300 in less than 5 minutes, right? Which is, if you think about it, kind of small. 300 is not much, especially with minis. That's like, I mean, that's a little over 10 points. But for the NASDAQ, that's not very much. Yeah, I don't look at other instruments very often either. I'm just looking at gold right now. Not really doing much. But I also heard, if you can trade one market, you can trade them all. So we'll see. Okay, I'm grabbing a screenshot of the range bars. Put those on. And then, man, it's really bugging me that the loading animations aren't working. Those are supposed to be in place. Okay, taking a screenshot of the 1 minute. Yeah, that I was able to do this in such a short amount of time. Really need to, and I had this problem before when I started trading just the first 30 minutes, is I would have a hard time stretching out my session to last the whole 30 minutes. So these days, I've been really lazy the last few weeks, and it's showing because my P&L is ass, and I'm, having all these random mistakes. Seems like a lot of my loss is just down to poor, I guess I wouldn't say poor risk management. I guess poor risk management, yeah, because I mean that's a pretty vague term, but yeah, pretty vague term. But my point is that me letting the day slip away this far is a result of poor risk management. Okay, so let's review. I can pretty much do it on the TraderGo now. I'll have to show you guys what I'm doing locally because I've got the little sidecar pretty much ready to go. It's just a little buggy right now. Okay, so the first trade, you know what? I'm actually gonna, now I'll have to re-upload everything. So what I guess I can do is I can open a second window with the journal. Yeah, I guess that works. Okay, so here we had two losses, two tiny losses. Where are those tiny losses? Don't even see them on that chart. first two trades, oh, they were in micros, that's why. First two trades were micros, and then I had these two small winners, $205 winner, which was 10 points, and then $15 winner. And this one actually, so when something goes in the money 10 points, I should probably get back out at 5 points, because if you think about it, $15 was a break-even stop that I had on this trade, which was less than a point in the money. So it got stopped out for $15 rather than, negative 10 or points or whatever, so negative 200. But when it goes in the money, so this was two contracts that went in the money more than 10 points. If it starts coming back to get out of everything before it gets within 5 points of the original entry, or of the last entry, I should say. Um, yeah, I mean, as I'm explaining it, I'm realizing it could still go both ways. You could have the market continue trending. You could have it turn, and that's the right move. So yeah, it's just a game of approximations. There's no, should never. I mean, we want to have a perfect trade, but it rarely happens. But it does happen, and it feels great. So let's see, 15. Those were the two little winners I had in minis. Had another little winner in minis. Oh wait, this was at 205 and 15, and then I had a $135 loser. So this is me getting long over 85s, but I held a stop under 80s, almost a 10-point stop. So this is fine. Stop should have been tighter. Should have just had it at 80 and saved myself that 30 bucks or whatever. Next trade was down 120. This was a under 85. No, this was an over 75 buy after it came down to 68. Hmm. And it had come down to 65 before. I was just convinced that 65 is like a great level, but it's absolutely arbitrary. Let's see. So this was a short. Oh, I'm like looking at the trade of 8 chart. um, so we have yeah, two longs that both lost money, and then I had a couple shorts that were winners. This is always an interesting thing to be looking at. So you can see I was long, lost money, started getting short, made money, started going long again, started losing money, got short again, was making money, and then lost, started losing money shorting, and never flipped again. So it really it comes down to seeing your P&L as an indicator. If you're able to see this and say, because what I used to do in the past, like a few months ago when I don't know what happened to my discipline, but when I was more disciplined, what happened was, um, after one or two losses, I would seriously consider flipping and only trading in the opposite direction. And sometimes it worked out. I guess then another good thing to do would be to pause and just step away. Negative 555, that was this trade, this big old honkin' trade. I wonder if it's going to let me attach this as a image. It should. Let's see. Good test of the system. Okay. Oh, it's rough. Doesn't give much context, does it? Seeing it like that. So I was done trading. I was already down 400 by 834.20. And after 835.20, I was down a lot. It's down quite a bit. I think I was down, yeah, 700 or something, 750, and then had another loser. And that brought me down to being down um, over 900. But yeah, I was convinced I was ignoring my P&L of the trades I was having, and I was just convinced that there was a top coming. And now it's 50 points higher from when I last tried to short it. And if I had simply looked at my P&L as an indicator and flipped and started going long after my, especially my big loser. I'm just going to comment on this one and say, always enter with brackets or place stop first. Okay. Oh, it looks funny on a small screen. I'll probably adjust this to have the comments show under. I'll hide them for now. Okay, so let me just add a comment here. Should have seriously considered flipping here as P&L was stating, well, was showing that long is the way. It's pushing new highs again. It bounced off of an 83.75 level. It's very bullish though. I don't know if I would try to short it. I would maybe try to short it at 11,005s or 1110s, 1125s. Looks like it got up to exactly 11,000 on the 28th yesterday. The way it's going though, it looks like it's going to break it. Very strong last 45 minutes. I'm just going to get a picture of the 15-minute bars just to have for context. There we go. Need to put in a magnifier. Magnifier would be good too. Okay, so we have some comments here. Yes. So these should have been longs, honestly. Very stubborn today. So, okay. Came into trading fairly sober and confident, but coming off a blow up day. Typically next days are either small winners or more blow-ups. Today was basically a blow-up. What was I going to write? I had something in mind. So overtraded, down over 900 within 6 minutes. With 15 trades. Need to, let's just say, relearning. You should always try to talk about these things in the present tense to help you embody what you're trying to learn. So instead of saying, I need to do something, I'm going to write that I'm doing. Like, instead of saying, I need to learn to stretch my session out for 30 minutes, I'm relearning to stretch my session out. Because I had done it before. Relearning to stretch the trading session out over the entire 30 minutes. So I do have a case for my super short duration holds, and that is because you'll see the price jitter so much that oftentimes you have to risk a lot to make a lot. You have to have a wide stop. And by wide, I mean like more than 15 points. And you'll wait possibly an hour or even 15 minutes, and it'll go in the money and then come down and hit your stop. So, I mean, it's not like it's people obviously make money that way, but I see a lot more potential in learning how to intuitively sense the next 10 seconds or the next 20 or 30 seconds. I've seen guys do it, and it is definitely a riskier approach. I mean, that's kind of hard to quantify. So here we're at 11,000. The way the 15-minute looks, I don't think we're going to bounce here. It looks really strong. We might bounce like for a few minutes, but then we're going to blow through it. The 15 just looks really, really strong. Man, I got to stop with these ums. But that's about it. I think tomorrow, yeah, I should write some steps for tomorrow. So let's see. Tomorrow, let's see. I would say a 500 hard stop. No hard trade number stop yet, unless we blow up again. 500 hard personal stop tomorrow, and yeah, what else am I gonna have tomorrow? Let's just say stretch 10 trades across 30 minutes. All right, save that note. I'm kind of curious actually. If I go back, oh, if I go to my dashboard, let's just put last 2022 combine. Okay, formatting's maintained. Cool. I'll share this on the video description. Okay, guys, don't overtrade. Stay cool. It's cool that I lost money today. It's not a big deal. Just make it back later. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, for a Friday trading session where I will be very slow to trade because Fridays are notoriously tough for me. But then, you know, some Fridays are amazing. Pretty hit or miss. But we'll be taking it slow. So tune in tomorrow for the equity open on NASDAQ futures, and I'll be trading then. Till then, stay safe